very wonderful evening to you and welcome to your program, my program, Touch on ITV. I am Neka Alishebe. On the first segment is our discussion with the Commandant of NSCDC Abia State. Let's sit back and hear what he had to tell us. Of those that are seeing you for the first time, let's meet you, sir.
I'm Barrister Nwanuku Nnamdi Cyprian, the new Commandant of Abia State Command of Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps.
It's a pleasure, sir.
Thank you.
So, what strategies as a new commandant in this state, what strategies have you put in place to curtail the activities of criminals in this state?
First and foremost, if you go into my antecedents, I have zero tolerance for crime and criminality.
Okay.
So, on assumption of office, there are many proactive measures are put in place. That's why we recorded some successes immediately I assumed office.
Wow.
Yes. I have able trained officers that I'm working with. During this Ember months, we strategized, and our officers are at flashpoints.
Okay.
So that they will be contacted as at when due, when any action, illegal action is being perpetrated. Second, in terms of being proactive, our disaster management team, they are also attached to the pipeline in case if there's any conflagration because of the weather we are in today, the Harmattan blaze that is going on. So that if there's any fire outbreak, they know what to do at the right time. We'll be able to read this state of crime and criminality. And even this kerosene explosion that is happening because of illegally refined PDK and AGOs, we are taking care of it by arresting vandals and oil thieves that who actually engage in this kind of activity, illegal activities, so that before the kerosene get to the end user, we'll be able to foreclose them. And I wish Abians to celebrate this period, this festive period, in a crime-free environment.
So, you just in few weeks of your reception in office here, you've recorded some achievements. Can you briefly highlight on some of those achievements?
Well, I'm very well known in my organization or corps as somebody that is result-oriented.
Okay.
So, when I assumed office, barely a week, we arrested about 15 suspects and their exhibits. Yes, because with the tankers, about 4 tankers and 3 buses. And even now, as I'm speaking to you now, we took some of them to court. The one after sieving them and certified with their culpability, we took them to court. We have even gotten judgment against about 5 of them, gotten conviction already. And that's we've done that speedily. We don't compromise. With the moment you are found wanting, as a defaulter, we take you to court. We arraign you, do the necessary. We have an able legal team. We do the necessary things, and if you get conviction, you'll be sentenced, and that is it. Because we serve as a detriment to others that are into this oil thieving and other things. It's a huge economic loss to the society. It's an economic sabotage, and we must nip it in bud. Anybody that has the that is a criminal, there's no space for him within this Abia environment.
Wow.
He should relocate immediately. We have zero tolerance for criminality and crime
In Abia State.
in Abia State.
So Christmas and New Year is around the corner, and also 2019 general election is also fast approaching. What are your strategies to ensure that there is peaceful celebration of Christmas and New Year, and also the 2019 general election, there is enough security before, during, and after
the election? Anyway, that's why I said one thing, that we are very proactive. We have the map of Abia State at hand. We know the flashpoints. Our men have even started working at all those flashpoints to see that no human being whatsoever will take advantage of one another. They should, all those flashpoints where we have criminals, maybe snatching bag, robbery, rape, and so on. I don't think it will happen this time around.
Wow.
Because civil defense is in charge, and we do our best to make sure that Abians sleep with their two eyes closed. And in terms of the election, we are important stakeholders. We have to provide adequate security. That's our own part, to make sure that the electorate votes in peace. There's no stress, no violence. In Abia, I'm promising you that we will be the first crime-free election that will come to pass in Abia.
Wow. So, your advice, your words to people of Abia State?
The only advice to them is, if you are on the side of the law, you don't have any reason to fear. Go for your normal businesses, your legal businesses, go home. We are ready to take care of you, to take care of your fears pertaining to security. But if you're a criminal, go and look for a legitimate job to do, or else we run you out of business. I'm assuring you of that.
So before I let you go, just for this few period you've been in this Abia State, what are the challenges?
Initially, I don't think there's much challenges. The only challenge I faced initially is to master the terrain, to get use of the environment. Any other challenges have been taken care of, and we are still trying to adapt to because it's not everything that you have the moment you resume office. All that will be gradually taken care of too.
We must have to say very big thanks to you.
Thank you very much.
Sir.
You are welcome.
On this segment is our discussion with Honorable Ali Muhammad Ali, the Special Advisor to Governor of Bauchi State on Media and Strategies. hope it's an interesting discussion. We'll take another break. When we return back, we will bring our discussion with a special advisor on indigenous matters, Katsina State, for you. Please don't go anywhere. You're welcome back. On this second segment, we will hear what Special Advisor on Indigenous Matters, Katsina State, had to say on the allegation led by some people that indigenous people of Katsina are maltreating other tribes residing in Katsina State. So you're welcome to this program.
Thank you very much. Good morning.
For the benefit of those that are seeing you for the first time, let's meet you, sir.
My name is Prince Uche Okonkwo, the SA to the Katsina State Government, Governor on Indigenous Nigerians Matters, Alhaji Right Honorable Aminu Bello Masari, Dalatu Katsina Matawale Hausa.
Thank you, sir. So how is Katsina State generally?
Katsina State is a home, particularly for those of us who have been bred here. Is a home who have no better home than Katsina. So I thank God for that.
Well, let's start with this. How is indigenous or the other tribes that are based in Katsina State, how is the state government treating them?
I'll tell you from my appointment, you will get to understand a lot that the Katsina government have not played a partial treatment between Katsina indigenes and other indigenes in the state, and we thank God for that. The reason why he appointed it because Katsina State always give concern for hospitality and heritage. That is the logo of the state, and they don't exceed that. When somebody is talking of hospitality, it means it welcomes everybody and it wants everybody to be at peace. I will tell you, those of us who have been in this part of the country will tell you it's only destiny for us to be here because we didn't actually plan to be here. But finding ourselves here as other Nigerians who lives in Katsina State, we'll find a better home, we'll find a calm home, we'll find a peaceful home in Katsina State. I will tell you, Katsina is peace with other indigenous Nigerians and those indigenous.
But on the other hand, some people are saying that in Katsina State that Igbos that are based in Katsina are giving hard treatment. How factual is that statement?
When you look at when you said the Igbo have better treatment, being treated well, now it's because the Igbos are being considered the most populated tribe. When it comes in Nigeria, wherever you go, you find out that Igbos, even if you go to Yoruba land, you find out that after those who owns the village, the next crowd or number is Igbo. So likewise here in Katsina, after those in Katsina, then when you now talk of indigenous Nigerians, the first tribe that will first run into your mind is the Igbos. Then you now talk of the Yorubas. Then you now talk of the Middle Belt and others. So when the governor, being a good politician, when he now begin to think about the office, the first tribe that ran into his mind was the Igbos, because he knows that the Igbos are highest in number. And the political office is of number. That was why the Igbos are having upper hands. Maybe when we now talk of the indigenous Nigerians, if you are to calculate them, maybe you now calculate them one by two, then one is for Igbos and the other one is for other tribes. That was how he now looked at it and said, he believed that Igbos, since they are more in number, and they will give him more number when it comes to election and political activities, and that was how he now selected me as one of his SAs.
As a youth, how do you feel being in this very position?
I feel okay, I feel alright, because the person I'm working with is a matured father. He's already like a father. He was a friend to my father. So, and he has a grown-up children who are even grown up. They are elderly than I do. Then I know most of them, we all grew together as friends.
Okay.
So he's like a father to all of us in Katsina State who knew him, even when he was a speaker. We have not known anything, but he did.
Okay.
So to all of us, both old, young, and youth, what we are taking him to be is a father, and he treats all of us like sons and daughters.
Now, what is your advice to youths that are looking on to you to be in this very position?
I will tell you, as a young person to assume this office, I think first in Nigeria, second in Anambra State now, is just by my advice to every other youth is for them to be prayerful, because destiny does not depend on what you read in the school or what you study as a business. Destiny belongs to God. With prayers, God always brings out which is the best for that person, not what the person has selected as a perfection. But with the prayers, God always knows how to map out the best for every individual on the planet Earth.
Okay, people have commended you that in terms of your humanitarian job. What motivates you to be doing such things that you are doing?
Actually, it's my faith in Christ Jesus. As you know, formerly I was not a politician, I'm just ordinary accountant.
Okay.
Graduate from Mariam Abacha University in Maradi, and a young person who is resuming this office. I think I feel very comfortable because I have not made any enemy in life. I think what I do is to pray that God should fulfill his promises for me and for his kingdom with this position he has availed for me.
Okay.
And I'm pleased and comfortable with everybody. As you know, when you resume office, even if you don't have the wisdom, God always provides and guides you. That's how God works. That's why when you see a small child now resuming a presidential office, people will say, how can a small child resuming this position? Yes. But once he resumes, there is authority that God gives to those who resume the office. He will equally give it to that child. So you see, actually seeing the child doing well, but you don't know what is pushing and taking that child. It's just the grace of God. Yes, so that same grace is also making it easy for me. Within my people, I will tell you in Katsina State, when you hear the things I'm doing, you will be thinking maybe, it's one elderly man. No.
We have heard it. We heard it.
Even the area of Katsina State used to tell me, say, I'm baffled with your settings, because your settings are like that of an elderly man, but you're very young. That shows you're doing very well in life, and I'm happy with that. It's just that I have always longed to be a friend to all. That is my role model. I'm very, very good in friendship too, and I don't like noise, one. I don't like worry, because I have also come to know as a child of God that nothing good comes out of noise. So that is what is making me to.
Okay, 2019 general election is around the corner. What is the fate of your party?
Actually, come to the party now, and the Nigerians, I will tell you, we, the APC members, we are not afraid, and we don't doubt for our leadership positions, both in the federal and the state. But I will tell you, I have pity for those in the Senate and the reps houses, because most of the things and their ways that they were elected, those consequences will fall back on them this time around. You understand? For the president, he has been able to maintain integrity. He have been able to maintain his contentment as a person. So, and because of that, the good Nigerians who have critically way of observing things will still vote him back. And you know, when you now hear people will be making noise, those who are making noise are not those who are going to vote.
Okay.
The voters know who they will vote. Mm-hmm. They know that with President Muhammadu Buhari, mm-hmm. the properties of Nigeria have been put in place. If you don't tell me, maybe people are no longer sharing money, maybe we don't enjoy again, and you tell me that that is a bad leadership. It's not a bad leadership. If somebody have offered himself to protect the integrity of all Nigerians that he doesn't know, he has never met them, okay. But he's a Nigerian and he have decided to protect, he's an old man, maybe he doesn't have over 10 years, I'm not God, and he knows. But doing that means he wants to leave a very big legacy, if not for his family, but for all Nigerian generations. So doing that already, if you have good observance, you will know that you have good plans for Nigerians. Okay. I will tell you, being a president too, there are many things that have been taken for granted for a while, have been curtailed for a while now. Mm-hmm. You don't longer hear abnormal things happening. Like when you know abnormal things, when you know them, somebody will keep money in the office, you don't see it. People will go to occasion, they will go with a bag of money and be spraying. It's not madness. Mm-hmm. They were all madness, but his coming now have make us learn how to be arranged and organized, and we thank God for that.
Thank you very much. I must have to say very big thanks to you, Honorable. We draw the curtain for this week's episode. Join us again, same time, same station, for another interesting episode of this program. Remember to follow us on our social media addresses that is displaying on your screen, and you can send your comments and questions through those numbers on your screen. Enjoy the preparation of Christmas and New Year celebration. I am Nneka Achebe.
Critical sound.